Hi ladies and gentlemen, this is December 4th when this video will be up, and I'm going to try to keep this short. This administrative part is what I'm calling it. Let me explain what I'm talking about. You know, I haven't wanted to do this. I did it because silence is agreement, and with my training and experience in the military and the police and my spiritual training, all of my experiences and all of that, to remain silent would have been wrong. And so I did this basically to clear my own conscience, so to speak. You know, I'm not 100% right all the time, but to remain silent would ensure that I would be 100% wrong. So I couldn't do that. Okay, so, you know, I've done the YouTube channel. I haven't done Facebook. I haven't done Twitter. You know, these social medias are ghettos. I really don't want to spend all my time there because I do research and I do analysis, and then I try to give that to you, and hopefully it's of some worth to you. But like some commentators have said, right now is not the time to back off. You know, it's actually time to increase our efforts. And I agree, despite the fact I might not want to do that. So the administrative part of this video right now is that no, I'm not going to do Facebook. I just won't do that. But I am considering doing Twitter. Now, when I do these videos, I haven't read comments in these videos for a long time. I learned from professionals early on that, you know, to do that, you just get sucked into the trolls and they get you off topic and all that. This is my channel and I'll do with it as I want. I'll say what I want. I'm going to teach here. I'm not going to be taught. Not that I'm unteachable. It's just that that's not the purpose right here. I get that elsewhere. So, I usually don't read the comments, but on this particular video, this one right here, okay, this one right here, I'm going to read the comments, and this is the reason why. I want to ask you if you think that it would be worthwhile for me to do a Twitter account. Not so much because I want to be followed, although maybe that's not a bad thing either, but so that, you know, information can be sent out quicker, number one. Number two, I'll have access to people like President-elect, soon-to-be President Trump, Drudge, Paul Joseph Watson, etc., etc. The point is that I think it is time not to pull back, but because of the CIA and the State Department and the Congress doing all these horrible things to prevent us from getting the truth out. In other words, you know, state-run, like Stalinist Soviet Union type, or East Germany, or Chinese Politburo control of the media, that everybody else is fake news if you don't agree with the government. That obviously is a bad situation. And I won't belabor that. I'm sure you all understand what I'm talking about. So, bottom line is, if you think that, you know, doing a Twitter account would be a good idea, I'd like to hear whether you think that that's something I should do. And I'm prepared to do that if it looks like it's a possibility. Now, some of you smart Alex that are going to write in here and say, you know, I'll just delete your comments. You know, I'm looking for actual feedback here. If somebody has a negative comment, you know, saying, you know, something like, well, you know, Roy, you're really doing enough here. Why bother with that? Okay, all right. But if you come out and you say, you know, oh, you're just a jackass, you know, and nobody wants to talk to you, you know, obviously I'm not going to even keep your comment there. I'll just delete it. All right, I'm not playing games here. And this is the only time I'm going to read comments, so just so that you know. Okay, so quick little bit of administrative work right there. Now let's get into some issues. All right, well, having gotten that out of the way, let me get to some meat and potatoes. First and foremost, as you know, many months ago I called out to everyone and said, primarily in the intelligence agencies, the police, the military, anybody in a position where they had information, that I called it the invisible army of the restoration of liberty, and I've mentioned that several times, that those people would put away their fear, their concerns about their pensions, whatever, and go after the really criminal people in our government, be it the president, be it Hillary, be it the FBI director, FBI agents, anybody who's not doing their responsibility under their oath of office to protect and defend the Constitution of the United States and the people, which is what that's really about, protecting the people against corruption, whether it be from the government or from criminals or from other nations, whatever. CIA has been particularly bad in what they've done to this nation and to the world, and you know that I've already talked about that, as well as Steve Pachinik has talked about that. But what I did want to say is this. We both, many of us actually, have gone out and called to this, as I mentioned, this invisible army of the restoration of liberty, and asked them to do it, to leak this information and to get it out there. And we've seen that happen. And I did a video here several months ago saying that, in fact, the Restoration of Liberty, the Army of the Restoration of Liberty, came forth and started to do what it needed to do. And now it's a deluge. WikiLeaks, DC leaks, people leaking information to not so much the mainstream media, because they're a tool of the CIA and the wicked New World Order, but definitely to the alternative media. The leaks have been coming down furiously. So I wanted to say that it's the beginning, okay? And I'm going to ask those people to step up and do more. All of you who can see where this is going if we don't stop it, and that should be really obvious. You need to come out and you need to do not just your duty, but your moral responsibility to the American people, to God, to your children, to your wives, to your husbands, whomever. All right? It's time to be more concerned about the welfare of others, the safety, the security, the well-being of others than ourselves. Okay? So more of this is necessary. We need to do it now, as I've said. We need to just unload it all right now to show how bad these people are. And I could name them all, you know, Obama to Hillary to Podesta to Brennan to, I mean, we could go down the list, okay? Even people that we don't know their names who have supported this evil and corrupt system. We need to get it all out in the open, okay, about those people. So now's the time. So in that regard, there's a link in the box below. Some of the information that is starting to come out, I mean, it's been there for a while now, but now we're getting people that come out and bring out very good particulars. And there's one from a very good writer. I won't say a whole lot about it here right now, other than I want you to look at the link below. It's about the State Department and pedophilia and how the two were intermingling, the pedophilia rings in the State Department and all that was going on there. A lot of people have heard about Pizzagate, and the mainstream media and the government tried to direct all of that to just a pizza parlor, which may or may not have had something to do with some of what was going on, but it's much larger than just a pizza, all right, a pizza place. All of the code words and all of that, it's obvious. Even a layman, when you look at the information, which I'm not, of course, I understand these different codes. When you look at these things and you read them, even a lame person can say, wow, yeah, that's pretty weird to talk like that. They're definitely talking about bad stuff. So anyway, look at that link down below. The story is actually an article from Freedom Outpost. But it's very enlightening, very technical in some respects, very revealing, but absolutely important. So please look at that. I would appreciate you doing that. And I think I'll elaborate a little bit on some of the items in this article. I'll read it to you here directly. And again, this is Michael DePinto. I think that's how you say his name. The fellow who's writing the article. It's really, really very good. Let me give you some actual quotes from some of the WikiLeaks emails. Susan Sandler to John Podesta in WikiLeaks email number 55433. Quote, the realtor found a handkerchief. I think it has a map that seems pizza related, unquote. Sandler Foundation to John Podesta in WikiLeaks email number 50332. Do you think I'll do better playing dominoes on cheese than on pasta? These are pedophilia codes, no doubt about it. Cheryl Mills to Hillary Clinton. Cheryl Mills in WikiLeaks email number 14333. Listen to this. Quote, I will be sacrificing a chicken in the backyard to Moloch. If you don't know who Moloch is, it's basically the same demon that is represented at Bohemian Grove, where they kill their children and pass them through the fire of Molech. In other words, they cremate them. The cremation of care. They're talking about doing something serious here. Is she actually sacrificing a chicken, or is a chicken a code word for something else? The point is, these things are really being said by these people. Okay, I just wanted to interject that. That's the kind of thing you're going to see in this article. Very, very important. And I'll end this video, and I want to read something that I wrote here not too long ago. The feds won't arrest Hillary and others of her support involved with the email and server scandal, or expound and reveal and prosecute on the pedophile and money laundering scandals, but will threaten the lives of thousands and perhaps millions of people in Russia and the world and in this nation on false accusations at best and shaky and less than circumstantial evidence. Yes, lies at the worst. If Trump was in league with the Russians, or his election merely assisted by the Russians helping to disseminate the foul actions of Clinton et al., then why is not Clinton investigated for her treason and crimes with the Chinese and Saudi Arabia? Why are not Chinese diplomatic offices being closed and Chinese diplomats ordered to leave? Consistency and justice cry for it, but U.S. and CIA hypocrisy and criminality deny it. The likes of Graham and my arch nemesis, that liar, by Lindsey Graham's in the Congress. The likes of Lindsey Graham and my arch nemesis, that liar and deceiver John McCain, are co-conspirators with the CIA and Soros to further this plan to delegitimize Trump's election and bring to the world an increased measure of their own debauchery and degradation. And like Soros, Clinton, Obama, and others of sociopathic orientation, seek to project their own intentions, crimes, treasons, and misdeeds onto others, accusing others of what they do themselves. This deal with the Russian offices is a stepping stone. The charges against Russia and Trump are designed to be constructed and justified in the minds of the people by the CIA-controlled media to delegitimize the election of Donald Trump, just like Soros has done in Ukraine and many other countries around the world. Also, and I want to hasten to add this, you expel diplomats not just as a gesture of hostility, but to prevent them from close access intel collection. This is serious on many levels. What is happening here is almost an exact template they used on President Noriega of Panama. There is another concern about the expulsion of these Russian diplomats centered in New York and Maryland. I would not be a bit surprised if Obama, Soros, the CIA, and the New World Order are about to conduct a huge false flag in the area of New York. Thus, having the Russian intel out of there will negate them being able to more effectively see that coming. This entire thing is gearing up to be a massive coup against the election, Trump, and the American people. Even the NWO company men and traders, Lindsey Graham and John McCain, are using a lie about Russia. I should tell you a lot about them. I suspect the entire establishment, Democrat and Republican, are in on this. Remember, in one debate, Jeb Bush said to Trump, "You will never be president." So I wanted to read through that so I wouldn't forget some of the details. The fact of the matter is that I think Trump is way ahead of the power curve. He's very intelligent. He has very good people helping him, but he's got to get in power, and then we're still going to have a lot to do. So I just wanted to give you kind of a background there. So maybe I'll do another video here in a few minutes. Out here.